Yo, I stay away from the streets and the trouble to get in. Trying to stay strong in this world full of sin, but they wanna bring us down, they wanna see us win. They wanna kill us all, Lord, tell me, can I live? Can a nigga live? Can I live? Can a nigga live? Lord, tell me, can I live? I know the hatred's deeper than the color of your skin. So can I live? Can a nigga live? Can I live? Can a nigga live? Lord, tell me, can I live? Know the hatred's deeper than the color of your skin. Can I live?
America KKK, land of the good smokers, home of the slaves. And I'm just trying to be great. Tell me, how can I live with this drama every day? I'm a light, I'm a beam in this darkness. It seems that real life is a nightmare. Cannot live my dreams on this earth. Since I was young, I realized I had a destiny bigger than the fake shit that's disguised as what was best for me. Better than the hate and all the lies that be the death of me. As of late, since we've been hypnotized since elementary, thought it was my skin, but studied something that was new to me. They hate me because of what my ancient ancestors used to be. Healers, teachers, deities, not all of them were kings and queens. Our nature was natural, not supernatural. Now they call it magic and voodoo, that shit ain't practical. All the roots connected, always more to learn about, you know. Don't let the shit go over your head. Same snakes up in the garden, but the skin just shed. They'll always try to convince you that it's all in your head. Just know you gotta do better before you hit your bed. I stay away from the streets and the trouble to get in. Trying to stay strong in this world full of sin, but they wanna bring us down, they don't wanna see us win. Trying to kill us all, Lord, tell me, can I live? Can a nigga live? Tell me, can I live? Can a nigga live? Lord, tell me, can I live? I know that hate is deeper than the color of our skin. Can I live? Can a nigga live? Lord, tell me, can I live? Can a nigga live? Tell me, can I live? I know that hate is deeper than the color of our skin.
Yo.
Can I live?
They say my rhymes cause too much excitement. Ride incitement, shit, well there's no indictments when my kinfolk get murdered by white men. Dark skin, light skin, divided and blinded. So we beef with each other, our brothers, rather than fight them. Fuck all that silence, it's time to get shit ignited. I ain't my way, low nigga. I ain't taking shit from no tars. And ain't no motherfucking nation got freedom from marching, begging for portions. Niggas ain't signing no parchments, big payback. You crackers got red in your margins. Why? They broke every treaty, slaughtered the buffalo, and then they set fire to teepees. They carved their face in mountains, but we go to jail for graffiti. We fought for this country, they gave us syphilis at Tuskegee. We been getting robbed, yeah, we're the ones who stay behind bars. They take all our money, but they ain't wanna give us no jobs. Wasn't supposed to make it, but we stayed defying the odds. It's like we really only living off the grace of our God. Can I live without getting harassed by the Sarge? Can I live without getting slammed in my car? Can I live long enough to raise my kids? Can I live long enough to see justice? Yo, can I live without getting harassed by the Sarge? Can I live without getting slammed on my car? Can I live long enough to raise my kids? Can I live long enough to see justice? I stay away from the streets and the trouble to get in. Trying to stay strong in this world full of sin, but they wanna bring us down, they ain't wanna see us win. They wanna kill us all, Lord, tell me, can I live? Can a nigga live? Can I live? Can a nigga live? Lord, tell me, can I live? I know the hatred's deeper than the color of your skin. So can I live? Can a nigga live? Can I live? Can a nigga live? Lord, tell me, can I live? Know the hatred's deeper than the color of your skin. Can I live?
Ridley? Are you okay?
It kind of felt like it was showing me something.
One west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. One West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. They ain't scaring me. Rip the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy and get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar nitroglycerin. Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Get them dividends so we start getting ignorant. I be on that soldier shit. I told you shit phenomenal. Nah, but he a domino. So what you sucker trying to do? Rhyming comical. Guess it's funny until I'm bombing you. Bring apocalypse to them pussy niggas that's popping shit. Team of all-stars, I coach them up like I'm Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and apologists. They vagina, so we gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way I vomit this and regurgitate for the audience. They start applauding this cause the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid. Shit has gotten retarded since all the dominance of one West rising to prominent. Cause I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. They want a nigga quiet, mute my maneuvers, but I ride like I got group eyes for Uber. Rhymes hard like they've been viewed by Medusa. 9 milli Luger, 17 in the Ruger. Only need a few to sit up in your medulla. Obligata for the regatta niggas wildin', they win every dollar. They riding by black Impalas, let the semi holler. The showstopper been this proper since the teeny bopper. But now I'm going off Patron and premium of vodka. I put extensions on the Glock, modified the chopper. The swore heavy, war ready, and that's working mama. No marijuana, say I got the loudest silence on it. When I'm up on it, ain't no rapper do it like I do it. A lot of spitties and writers, but when they eat song, none of them can get to the fire around with me. And I had them niggas spin like a tire, down the deep. And I'm still dope as a piper. Every bar burn hard like a spoon with a lighter. Fuel to ignite up. I'm winning coming through with the title because UP. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my people. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a door. Payback is a door. Payback is a door. Payback is a door.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Cracking the sky, nuclear missiles and make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a door. Payback is a door. Payback is a door. Payback is a door.
With ISUPK coming out of 1 West Harlem, New York, 125th Street, under Commander General YAHANNA. It says 1969, we were bringing out the truth that so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the true children of the Bible. I'm preaching officer Yashala holding down this law class. I want to put up this promo code briefly. I'll put it up before class started. I'll put it up again at the end of class, but y'all make sure y'all scan this promo code. This for the Lord's 56 Passover. You understand? You scan this barcode, it'll take you directly to the site where you can go. You can pay your Passover fee, get you set up right away, and you'll be good to go. Yeah. Yes, today's the law class. If you break the law, you pay the price. And it seemed like this is a true saying, because this happens in the world every day, and this happens in the truth every day. You understand? You break the laws of God, you pay the price. You break the laws of Esau, you're going to pay the price. I just looked at a clip on TikTok. A young brother just got harassed by like 6 officers. Now all of a sudden they want to enforce jaywalking. He was crossing the street while being black. That's basically what that boiled down to. So he was crossing the street while being black. Cops harassed him, trying to jam him up, lock him up, detaining him, asking him for ID, got him surrounded, all from jaywalking. Now, in retrospect, this is starting to get out of hand now, because now it's like, okay, you don't enforce jaywalking when a white person does it, but now all of a sudden, in the latter days, you want to harass blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians for jaywalking. Like, are you serious? Jaywalking? Like, don't y'all got better stuff to do? Y'all don't try to go out there and canvass the streets to solve half of the gun violence crimes or murders that's been going on in the streets in New York and New Jersey and so on and so forth. But y'all want to harass a young brother for jaywalking. Are you serious? Like, let's let that really sink in and marinate for a minute. And I'm trying to understand how he was jaywalking. All he did was cross from one side of the street to the other. In order to jaywalk, you have to cross from left side of the street to the next corner and then across the street, and that would be considered jaywalking, because you're doing it in one continuing motion, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. It's nonsense. Because if he was white, they would have left him alone. That's what it boils down to. We in the latter days, we not pussyfooting, we not dancing around the track. It is what it is. And that's just exactly what it is. You understand? If you're black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, they coming for you one way or the next. You understand? Let me pull up the precept. Bear with me. If we go to the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 18, it says, hold on. Let me go up one, right? This is for us being ignorant in the world, right? Where we do get in trouble, we're looking for the wrong people to help us or save us, right? Instead of looking for our people or looking for our God, we look towards Caesar Borgia, the white stringy haired person that they represent for white people is Jesus Christ, right? or we lean to the oppressor, which is the white man. We lean to them to try to save us when they're the ones that's causing us the pain and the destruction and the, you know. So we go to the book of Lamentations, chapter 4. And we go to the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 16. It says, the anger of the Lord have divided them. He will no more regard them. They rejected Salakia. They respected not the persons of the priests. They favored not the elders. He's referring to the heathens. So if I go up and say it breaks it down, the heathens did not regard the priests nor the elders. They don't respect blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. They respect who they want to respect. You understand? They didn't believe in our nigga God neither. Verse 17, as for us, our odds as yet failed for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us, meaning we turn to the oppressor because we've been oppressed. We've been enslaved. We've been misdoctrined by these oppressors. And we look to them for shelter. We look to them for clothing. We look to them for food and water and shelter, because we're in the land of the lost, which is their land. We're in their society right now. We're in their time frame of reigning over this planet. You understand? So we look to them who could not save us. And this is why the Lord is angry with us. You understand? And it breaks it down further why we shouldn't deal with them in this next verse. It's the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 18. They hunt our steps. They hunt our steps every single day. If we're in the streets, if we're in our cars, it went from routine traffic stops to unalignments. Now we pull into public rest stops, public restaurants, fast food chains, gas stations, supermarkets. If we're just sitting in our car for more than a few moments, we're subject to be approached by law enforcement, and they're going to harass us, and it's going to get ugly. It's going to go from them questioning, getting in our business, minding our business, to, okay, now that we got that out the way, let me see some ID. Oh, that's a lawful order. I'm telling you to give me some ID. I thought we were just speaking. How would go from we're just speaking to now you have a reason of suspicion for you to ask for my identification when I've not committed a crime nor done anything wrong. Now, if you're trying to exude that me sitting in my car is considered a crime for more than a few moments, then you need to stress that and say that while we're being recorded live on camera. So if you're asking me for my ID or about to detain me so you can identify me after we just had a normal conversation, or so I thought it was normal, you understand, then you need to say what it is. Say I'm not allowed to sit in my car in the parking lot for more than a few moments, which is why you approached. You know, I showed a clip where police approached this black family, this woman and her daughters. They pulled into a Starbucks parking lot. They was getting their orders together, what they wanted. The young ones was going to go and use the bathroom, and the mother was talking to them, and a cop approached them in the parking lot. They're like literally parked right in front of the Starbucks, and he approached them, appeared to been cordial, was having a regular conversation with the woman, and after a couple of moments, he then asked the woman for her identification, and she said, "Well, why are you asking for my ID? We were just having a conversation." He was like, "I know, but I'm just asking for the ID. Like, but I've done nothing wrong. I haven't committed a crime or anything." And then from there is where it started to escalate, because it went from them having a regular conversation, he being nosy, getting in their business. She said they've been driving on the road. They made a stop. They didn't rush to get out. They were getting there, figuring out what they wanted to order from Starbucks. The daughters was about to get out, go use the bathroom, and then the police approached their car. Start conversating with the woman. Now he's asking for identification. It's starting to escalate. The daughters is trying to get out the car so they could go use the bathroom. Now this is where it gets all belligerent. The cop wanted to start harassing the woman, pulling his gun out, and things of that nature. And this is where it got ugly because he ended up yanking the mother out the car. And that's where things just went south. So basically, it's not even driving while black. You're being black sitting in your car. You can't pull up to a Starbucks for more than a few moments without a cop approaching your vehicle. And that's not the only incident. One guy was sitting in his car resting his eyes because he's been on the road driving for hours and he wanted to take a nap. He pulled over in the cut of a parking lot and just went to sleep. Cops approached him, get him out of his vehicle, and he's asking him, like, what's going on? Like, I was driving for a while. I was tired. I pulled over to rest my eyes. What did I do wrong? It's because somebody, a Karen of some sort, called and said they seen the car just sitting parked in a parking lot, and they were being nosy and they were being concerned citizens and called the cops. And that's how that situation went left field, because it went from him resting his eyes, which is legal, because they tell you if you're tired, pull over, rest your eyes before you get back on that road. That's in the driving manual. You understand? That's a law statewide. So it went from him resting his eyes to, again, being detained, harassing them, yoking them up, handcuffing them. So it's like we're in a state where now is beyond the latter days. We are at the end because no matter what we do now, if you're Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, you're getting in trouble for it. You're getting approached by the police, and you're going to potentially get beat up, handcuffed, or unalived. Shalom, Lord of Christ, Mawasah.
Shalom, Lord of Christ, Osai Yash.
Now, you missed it when I first started the class. There was a young brother. I got the clip. I just ain't play it. The police had harassed this young brother. Basically, they was detaining him for jaywalking. That's what
jaywalking?
Yes, for jaywalking. Matter of fact, I ain't even saved that one. You know which one I saved? I just came across it on TikTok. These cops, let me make sure I read it correctly. Non-former officers charged in death of New York City inmate Robert Brooks. I got the video.
Uh-huh.
I was if you want, I could bring it out. But what I was doing was I was originally reading Lamentations chapter 4, verse 16. I went up a couple. And it's I'm gonna run it back for you. It's the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 16. The anger of the Lord have divided them. He will no more regard them. They respected not the persons of the priest. They favored not the elders. Now, in this part of the chapter, he's referring to the Gentiles and the heathens. You understand? He's referring to those that respect Caesar Borgia and not Yahushua Mashiach, who we didn't really call Christ. This just shows more division from our nations and the other nations that don't belong with us. This is just another small example of the Most High separating his people from everybody else, so we don't get caught up in their nonsense. Verse 17, as for us, our eyes are as yet failed for our vain help. Meaning we look like we're in a time where we look to the oppressors for everything. We go to their stores to buy clothes. We go to their restaurants to eat. We seek shelter. We go to them for shelter because guess who owns the shelters? The oppressors. They own the churches where they have shelters. You get what I'm saying? We go to them in hunger. We go to them in nakedness. We go to them in thirst and in want of all things, like it says in Deuteronomy. We'll spin the block and bring that scripture out later. But this is just another example where it says we have yet failed for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us. We look in the world. We look for the white man to help us when they're the ones that's oppressing us.
Right.
we look for the Africans to save us when they were some of the original oppressors. They don't even care about half their own people if they're not from their town.
Right.
From Kenya, rock with Ethiopians. Ethiopians rock with the ones that's from South Africa, even though that's part of South Africa. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't even rock jack their own people, let alone us.
So like you said, that's that curse. That's that curse of that's the curse of Canaan. Ham ain't get cursed, the curse of Canaan. Well, all his nations and his children, they all beef against each other. Then we got the audacity to come around and try to affiliate ourselves with the sons of Ham, the sons of Canaan, and then they hate us even more. Like they sell us to the oppressor.
Trying to schmooze with them and stuff, looking for their acceptance when we try. Right. We need to look towards each other.
Right.
We need to look towards each other for acceptance. And that's where we fail at. Now, when we go to verse 18, it says, they hunt our steps, but we cannot go in our streets. I wish I pulled up. I wish I had the clip. The young boy, he got approached by 6 NYPD officers, right? It was just a bunch of them. I don't even know where they came from. And they trying to harass him and detain him on the street for jaywalking. So now you're getting jammed up with police for walking while black. And they ain't even driving while black, walking while black. They ain't even got to be a routine traffic stop no more. You can't pull in a Starbucks. You can't pull in a McDonald's. You can't pull in a Walmart. You can't pull in a nowhere public and sit in your car for more than a few moments unless you want to get approached by police. When you pull up somewhere, get out and go in the store, handle your business, get in and get out. That's how it is now, because they're not even waiting for you to pull off to stop you. They're running up on you while you're in your car, and they're having conversations with you. Okay, shalom, Lord of Christ, Big Londo. I mean, welcome to the chat, to the class. You know what I'm saying? Like, they running up on people while they in their car. Like, we could have just been sitting there figuring out what we're going in there to get. And next minute, they're having a regular conversation that escalates to now you're being detained. Because now that they had a regular conversation with you, that broke the ice for them to start really being nosy. Now, let me get your ID so I can make sure you ain't got no warrants or nothing because you black. I gotta make sure you niggas is straight. That's basically what that means. And they don't have reasonable suspicion to ask you for your ID. But if you don't know your rights, they're going to tell you, oh, you're resisting? That's a lawful order. No, it's not. You don't have reasonable suspicion that I've committed a crime or anything, and you didn't come over here to investigate the potential workings of a crime. You came over here, held a regular conversation with me, being nosy in my business, trying to see what I'm doing. And now you're trying to detain me for my identification to be more nosy when I have no reason to give you my identification.
Right.
I'm an a-hole. I ain't got to give them nothing. I tell them. I'll be like, you know what? You want my ID? Here's my driver's license number. And I'll run my whole driver's license number to them. I'll be like, go ahead and run it. And they're going to look shocked because I know all my information. I don't have to pull it out. I could drive without my driver's license. I know my license ID number by heart. And known it for a long time because it never changed. You understand? But this is just the inner workings of the devil, which is the oppressor, you understand, that the Bible speaks of, and how these nations is trying to further divide us from one another because it's a divide and conquer thing. Is so many inner workings with these devils that it's more than just us not knowing who we are or keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. We are all divided as a people. Now they're doing separation, division, conquering, and destruction. It's all part of an elaborate plan and scheme. Think about it. I got videos that soon you're going to go into a store. You're going to pull out your wallet. They're going to say, we don't accept cash.
Oh, right.
you're going to pull out your debit card. They're going to say, we don't accept card either. And you're going to look at them and say, well, what do you accept if you don't accept card or cash? And you're going to see somebody else walk in from behind you and with an item. And they're going to be like, hold on, slide this out for me real quick. And he's going to scan the brother's forehead. Boop. You're going to scan the brother's forehead and the item is paid for. Or he's going to scan his hand over the machine. He's going to sit his hand over the machine. Boop. You understand? Or he's going to get his wrist scanned like that RFID chip. You understand? It's going to be something along the lines of that. And then you're going to ask the guy at the register, like, yo, what is that? I don't have that. He's like, I had that implemented in order to keep my store open. It's going to come. They're going to get rid of. Hold on, real quick. It's going to get to a point where we're not going to be able to drive our gas fuel cars anymore, and we're going to all be driving a Tesla from Elon Musk. It's going to all be electric cars, and they're going to be controlled. That's what it's really about, because we're not going to be in control of those cars. There's going to be no more high-speed chases because they just hit the kill switch on your car. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what it's boiling down to. Salakia, go ahead. Go ahead. Do.
All right, yeah, Salakia, offside, guys, right? We gotta be careful, like you know what I mean? It's a lot of these fake groups out here that talk about that RFID chip and all that nonsense, and a lot of them bastards believe that that's the mark of the beast. So, you know what I mean? With that RFID chip and all that other nonsense. I'm not really sure what those chips are called, but you know, a lot of fake groups like to try to push that doctrine about RFID chips and stuff. You know, so we could just say that Elon Musk and them, they're coming up with, they're getting real digital. They're getting real digital with scanning. Now, I mean, they're scanning your hand. They it's like basically they're coming up with systems where they have your debit cards, where they have it printed in your hand and you can scan your groceries a different type of way and stuff like that. I'm well aware of seeing a lot of that going on. The technology is getting real robotic. There's a lot of things where they're damn near trying to turn you into a robot. So you know, I get parts of that, but a lot of people that's unlearned, they'll try to use that RFID chip, and they'll use that saying, and they'll try to take it somewhere completely different if they don't understand the true knowledge behind it. Salakia.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Because they believe, you know, because fake groups and everything, fake Israelite groups that don't know the truth, right? Because they think that Esau's coming out with technology where your debit card or your bank card could be in your hand and you just mash that and it's a scan. It's basically like what you're doing now when you got your phone. I still haven't done this yet. People could take out these phones and they could scan everything, or you keep your license in your phone and they could scan your phone now for your license. Well, their technology will get better to the point where they can scan your hand. Well, fake groups use that and call it the mark of the beast. Now, I mean, when they can scan your head and scan all of that, and that's not the mark of the beast. So we want to make sure that people that are unlearned about the situation don't make it seem like that's what we say and that's what we mean. Now, we Elon Musk and them are coming out with a lot of robotic technology with information located everywhere.
Yep.
You know, they're coming out with a lot of technology, unbelievable technology that you're gonna be like, damn, which is not even, we synced it before. This is the law class, right? Okay. They've had this stuff in the Jetsons. You know, I was gonna bring this out in the history class, but we seen them doing this in cartoons and the Jetsons and all types of stuff going in the past. If you look at the Jetsons, you'll see that they had FaceTime, like what we doing now. They had flat screen TVs, they had iPhone watches, and everything that we talk about where they're going to be scanning your hand and your head, they was doing that in the 50s. They were doing that in the 50s, you know? That's a lot, you know.
No, you talk about You're right. There's a lot of technological advances, and they're just trying to change the direction of life. But we gotta not walk with blinders on to see that there's a bigger picture. You know, they're making these technological advances is not to propel us into the future. It's just to find ways to have another form of control over Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians moving forward, because they don't want to lose it. They don't want to lose hold of their kingdom at the end of the day. You understand? The prophecies is coming to fruition. The earth is starting to take shape and prepare for whatever it's preparing for. They don't know. And if we don't study these laws, statutes, and commandments and keep them, we'll never know. You understand? Leave it to Trump. He'll just build up the Space Force and believe an entity will come from the skies and from space to bring problems upon the earth. That's what, that's what they believe. I'm not into conspiracy theory or nothing like that, but I do believe in this Bible. I do believe in these laws, statutes, and commandments.
Okay.
I do believe that the Most High God will send his son, Yahweh Shamashiach, who we call Christ, back on this earth to cleanse the earth of all impurities and bring back the righteousness of his people. That I believe.
Salaki, my Lord. See the video today that was posted on Facebook throughout, the brothers in the truth and all of us. So a video was posted today somewhere down south where the oppressors, these piggies with badges, they had a sister on the ground and they had the baby on the ground as well, right? I don't know if I sent you this video, but the video they had the 3-year-old girl on the ground too, with her hands down, head facing the ground, like she had a weapon on her. It was the mother girl on the ground.
Good night.
Right. It looked. Hey, sir, Salakia, hold it down for 1 minute. Let me go into this algorithm and see if we got it. Give me 1 second, my Lord.
Was that something that you had in the WhatsApp earlier?
Yeah. I put some things in the WhatsApp earlier. It's a lot of things I sent to the WhatsApp, particularly to assist you with this class, sir, because there's a lot of things that was coming out. But that one thing was very disturbing. How them cops put that 3-year-old black girl on that ground and had her hands up in the air, like had her face all on the ground. It was like we looking at it like good night.
Let me see. Let me hold it down. Let me see. Let me check. See if you have.
Yeah.
We have it.
Well, brothers and sisters, we must understand that this pale-faced oppressor is a beast, right? He's a beast among beasts. He hates blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? That's the reason why the Most High God said in Romans 9:13, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, right? Jacob are the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans of Negro indigenous descent, the Negroes. Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. You ask the Most High God why he hate Esau. Well, you look at what Esau, the so-called pale-faced oppressor, right? What he's doing to the Most High God's chosen children, right? Esau, who's supposed to be our brother that was born without melanin, you can see his red blood through his pale skin because he has the mark of Cain, because he was known as the first murderer on the planet in the generations before, when he unalived Abel. Is back, that spirit is back on the earth as Esau, and then that spirit went as the Romans, the Greeks, the English, the Irish, the Jewish. Every pale-faced oppressor has that mark and has this bloodthirst mentality. So now when these pigs, they go and they put a black girl 3 years old and her mama on the ground with her face in the ground, guns to their head, and got them on the ground like they're ready to unalive both of them, is showing you how much this beast has hated us for hundreds of years. It's going to continue to hate us. The reason why the Most High God put us in the hands of this beast is because we always follow behind these heathens and that beast. We break the laws of God and we follow them. We want to be like them. So the Lord put us in slavery to teach us a lesson, to show us these are the people you really want to follow behind. Are these the people you really think love you? Go ahead, my Lord.
One of those videos you put up there, they don't yanked it down, or one of them down already.
Yanked it down already.
Yeah, it's already been blocked and removed. There's sensitive content, and you can't see it.
Content. So that I wonder if that right there was the video.
It might. I'm not sure. It might have been. This the one we was talking about before with Robert Brooks.
The prison inmate brought to a new prison in upstate New York. Authorities say within half an hour of arriving there, the inmate was clinically dead. Tonight, hear the disturbing police video, and now 9 former corrections officers are charged. Here's Stephanie Ramos.
Tonight, multiple corrections officers seen in this disturbing body camera video beating Robert Brooks at a New York State prison, now charged in his death. Brooks had just been transferred to the Marcy Correctional Facility near Utica.
About a half an hour later, he was clinically dead.
6 former officers charged with murder, all 6 plus 3 others charged with manslaughter. Last December, the officers seen choking, punching, and kicking the 43-year-old in the face, torso, and genitals.
I think any sentient human being looking at the tapes naturally comes to the conclusion that he must have said something. He must have spit at the officers. He must have resisted in some way. And the fact of the matter is, he did absolutely nothing.
An autopsy finding Brooks died from homicide caused by asphyxia due to neck compression and multiple blunt force injuries. Tonight, Brooks's family calling the charges a step toward accountability.
These men murdered my father. It was on video. These men need to be prosecuted and convicted of the crimes they made.
Brooks had been serving a 12-year prison sentence for assault. All of the charged officers pled not guilty, and some have been released on bond. David.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
I thought it was no more bond. What happened?
Yeah, this is the thing, right? So in New York City, right, usually with the bond, the way the system works on bond is for light charges, mostly a judge will usually let you out of jail. So there's really no need for no bond. You go to New York.
Homicide.
Huh?
That's homicide.
Yeah, you go to New York.
They're supposed to be held without bond.
They're supposed to be held without bond.
Right.
But the no bond thing, like you could go up to New York and you could commit a felony and they let you out without you having to pay money. But if it's a homicide, they're not supposed to let you out at all. If it's
I've seen people commit a crime and then walk out the side door before.
Yeah, but that's their new law. It's called, I forgot what it was called, criminal reform. Criminal reform. So what they would do is they would pass criminal reform laws, and everybody that would come in the system, they'll let them right out. But they never let nobody out for no murder or no attempt murder. You get held without bail, and you get held without being released until your trial date. You're not leaving
anything over manslaughter, correct?
Yeah, any attempt murder, manslaughter, murder, any horrendous crime to that nature, you're not supposed to be released. You got to be held till you go to trial. That's how it works in New York. So the fact that these pale bastards was allowed to walk out of jail and post a bond it's crazy. It's horrendous.
And we go to the book of 1 Timothy chapter 1, verse 8. This explains the difference. But we know that the law is good if a man use it lawfully. Now, Jesus is referring to the law, statutes, and commandments. The laws of the land that Esau set in place, they make the laws and they bend and break the laws when they see fit, when it benefits them. If we break the law, they ready to send us to death by firing squad or hang. Right. You understand? Like, right. I forgot who that was in office that tried to make a run for president. It was talking about bring hangings back or something like that, or some nonsense. It was a few years back.
That was Trump. That was Trump when he first was running. That was Trump. I was talking about hangings back, and that was Trump.
Yeah, that's insane. I mean, and the sad part is we still have statistics to this day of people being hung. You'll still find at least a handful of brothers within a year's time to today being hung. I think it was 2023. It was a couple brothers found hung in Alabama and 2 found hung in Louisiana.
There was a brother found hung in California.
Yeah, there too.
In California, right in front of the damn City Hall.
Good night.
In front of City Hall. They tried to label it a suicide. That's what they do now.
So he made the noose. He set it up, and once he put his neck in it, how did he set it up to hang himself out in front of the courthouse?
All them cameras around City Hall. There was no footage of him showing him setting up a noose to hang himself.
Oh no, just conveniently that the cameras were malfunctioning at that time, so they can't produce any video. They were being serviced. They were being serviced at that time, so the cameras were actually non-functional due to being serviced, so they couldn't produce no video. That's how they spin it in the media, especially when it comes to unaliving a black man.
The white man's the devil that the Bible speaks of, and the fact that anyone could ever believe that when they have cameras all over the place, you would catch somebody tying up a noose, making an attempt to commit suicide, right? They don't even investigate it. They catch a brother hanging on a rope, right? And they didn't caught a couple of Hispanic brothers hanging on ropes, and Native Indians. It's not even talked about. Native Americans too. And it don't even be talked about. They caught a lot of Hispanic brothers being hung on ropes out in California and certain places down in Florida. And it doesn't even make the news and even be talked about.
Even though we're in the day of technology, stuff like that is like old school. So they still try not to let things like that reach the ears and eyes of the public. You understand? Because 9 out of 10, these situations happen in real small rural towns. You know what I mean? Real close-knit communities, low population, and little news coverage. You get what I'm saying? Something happens out there is basically handled locally, and you don't hear about it. Now that we're in the age of technology, everything is at the click of a button where you can gain access to stuff you didn't know was happening. Everything seems brand new to us, like when it says a new commandment I give unto you, but this stuff's been happening. We're just now gaining access to finding out about it. That's all that is. Technology, it works out in that way. It's like a gift and a curse. The gift is we get to find out what's really going on out here in the world, but at the same time, we get to find out what's really going on out here in the world. It's a gift and a curse. It goes hand in hand. It's like, think about it. We're seeing the atrocities and crimes being committed against our people on a global scale, but at the same time, we also have to witness nothing being done about it or anything being implemented to slow it down, stop it, or bring it to a halt in any way, shape, or form. The only thing that I see is ISUPK under commanding General YAHANNA and the work that we do here in the school. You know, food drives, clothing drives, prison programs. You know, we help our people. You understand? But yet they want to shun us and call us a hate group. When we talk about love, we talk about loving one another. Love your brother, love your sister, because we're not supposed to love East Indians and Asians and white people and Africans. Now we're a hate group. No, we prefer our people, just like they prefer they people over us. How are we any different from them?
Salakia, sir, right? I just you know, Donald Trump is a liar. So I was just watching the news on Fox News, right? They had a big riot at Columbia University today, an Israel and Palestine riot. over something happening in the Middle East, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Trump said when he get in office, right, he's getting ready to deport all Palestinians and anybody that step up and stand up against Israel. He's doing this, that, and the third. And all of these and all of the things with Israel and Palestine happening in America will stop. Man, you know the riots have went up. They're getting worse now. And he's not running around trying to deport Palestinians. But he is loading Issachar up on the damn back of on planes and buses and shipping them all over Central America.
Right.
He is putting our Haitian brothers and sisters, the Levites, on planes and boats and shipping them all over Central America and back to the West Indies. Same thing he's doing with our Jamaican brothers, the Benjamites. Right? So he's targeting and grabbing our people. Them brothers and sisters are not even out there making trouble. A lot of them are out there. Like they're lost, but they're really being peaceful. Right? Our Levite brothers and sisters are over here trying to build a life, just like the West Indian brothers and sisters, and they're being kicked out of the country. Meanwhile, these rughead bastards get to go down and get to fight for their people and do whatever they want to do, and they're not going to be removed from this country the same way our people are being removed from the country. And the bad thing about it is they're removing our Levite Haitian brothers and sisters out of Haiti as well, running them out of there as well, just so they can gentrify and build the damn country up to a pale-face oppressor's paradise.
Right.
So where are people going? Where is our brothers and sisters from the tribe of Levi, Moses' people? Our Haitian brothers and sisters. What about them? And let me tell you something, right? I see a lot of Hispanics, right, trying to walk with this march, Save Palestine. They are just like Adam and Eve in the garden, with trying to hide behind the fig leaves. They're trying to hide behind other people's nations. Our people are living Genesis out all over again. Over again. Because you see how bad the hatred is for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Now you want to go get involved in somebody else's problem. Now you want to be somebody else's culture. Why the hell are you worrying about Israel and Palestine, right? When your people are being deported and shipped up out of here, and you're getting shipped up, and the oppressor is still in your country as he's kicking you out of his.
Basically saying you ain't got nowhere to go, but you got to get up from your head and your home.
You ain't got nowhere to go. The oppressor is stolen. He's still in Haiti the same way as he stole Puerto Rico.
You know what's going to happen when they steal Haiti and regentrify it? The Most High is going to bring it down.
Oh, of course. Of course we know that.
He going to send an earthquake so bad that it's going to rock that country so bad to where the ground going to open up and take them right up under. Just for doing his people wrong. Like, this earth belongs to him. This is his footstool. Why you messing with the Lord's footstool? Y'all gonna learn. They gonna learn.
Hey, sir, you got that the scripture, I believe in Genesis, where it say where Esau said that the days of my father is as morning, and I will kill my brother Jacob. Right? Because we gotta understand is these people, they're never gonna love us, right? These people have a perpetual hatred against us, right? We could probably go to that one too after that one, sir. The perpetual hatred. It goes back in the scriptures where it tells you these people have a perpetual hatred against us. How we were brothers and sisters in the womb, but we've been beefing ever since we was in our mother's Rebecca's womb. And when we came out, Jacob children and Esau's children been beefing for hundreds of years, and it's been a very bad hatred. The beef between blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans against this so-called Edomite, the white man, the oppressor, has been going on for hundreds and hundreds of years.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 27, verse 41. And Esau hated Jacob because of
Stop
the...
right there.
Mm-hmm.
And Esau what?
Hated Jacob.
And Esau hated Jacob. These people hate us, man. Now, I mean, you all walk around talking about something. I got a white friend. They all not like that. I'm trying to tell you, this is in their blood. That's in their blood. Read that again, my Lord.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 27, verse 41. And Esau hated Jacob.
Esau hated Jacob. Some people are always going to hate you, right? Them oppressors could give you $500 and still turn around and hate you. They do it all the time, right? The Bible say a gift destroyeth the heart. You Negroes been treated so goddamn badly. All somebody got to do is give you something, and you believe that they love you. You know what I mean? They've been tricking us with that all forever. The way Esau is a cunning hunter. He'll give you a gift just to bait you in to destroy you. He's a cunning hunter. Continue, my Lord.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 27, verse 41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him.
Stop right there. Right now, you know what I mean? Esau hated Jacob. You know what I mean? This pale-faced oppressor hated Negroes because we were giving the blessing. The Most High God set it up for us to get the blessing. So they're jealous. They hate us over that blessing. That blessing is rulership in the kingdom of heaven forever. For our people, for the Hebrew Israelites, for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And they want that blessing back. So they hate us over it. Continue, my Lord.
And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand.
And Esau said, right? Because you're going to be ruling forever, because one day we're going to be in chains, because one day you're going to be the CEOs and you're going to be the kings and princesses of the land. You're going to be sitting up in castles and mansions, and I'm going to be at the bottom kissing dirt, picking up dirt, shoveling dirt for less than minimum wage, right? Because that's going to happen to my people, right? Because that's going to happen to my people one day. The days of my father mourning is at hand. Continue, my Lord.
Then I will slay my brother Jacob.
No, I'm going to kiss my brother Jacob.
Then I will slay my brother Jacob.
No, I'm going to hug my brother Jacob.
Then I will slay my brother Jacob.
He's gonna kill his brother Jacob. That's what slay means. And that's what these oppressors have in their spirit, right? When they stop you, when they randomly hate you, that's the spirit of Esau wanting to unalive Jacob. And because you don't have no spiritual intelligence, right? You don't understand why they hate you. You say it's because of the color of my skin. How simple can you be? It's not because of the color of your skin, right? You try to love them. I mean, God, when we have these devils on their knees kissing our boots, you walk up to us and we have to damn near pagayawan and slam y'all on your heads to try to figure out what's wrong with y'all, because you're upset that we have your slave master on his knees kissing our boots willfully. We ain't make him do it. He's acknowledging that we're going to be the new lords of the land. He's acknowledging, he's apologizing, and he wants a better spot in slavery when our kingdom come. And you're so spiritually unintelligent. You're looking at it like, man, I ain't used to seeing black men, Hispanic men in control like this before. You're used to him unaliving us. That's what you're used to. But you got to understand, going back in time, he said that the days of our father Isaac was in mourning. And after he's done mourning, he's going to slay his brother Jacob. He's going to slay blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. He's going to slay Eric Garner. He's going to beat the F out of Rodney King. Right? He's going to send a whole bunch of conquistadors to destroy all the Taínos. You know, They damn near exterminated the Taino, Indian, and Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, and Manessa, down in Cuba and Manessa.
Just like everyone in Tasmania have been eradicated. There's no traces of Tasmanians. There's very fake traces of Tainos. Very, very small traces, through the lineage and through the generations. You know what I'm saying? Just like how they had to blend the tribe of Dan in with Manessa.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how the Tainos kind of faded throughout history. They had, we had to blend the Tainos with us. You
With
know
the
what I'm
Negro.
saying? Right. Just to keep them alive, just to keep their name alive, to keep their lineage alive. But don't worry, though. They're gonna stand strong again. If we go to 1 John chapter 3, verse 4, it says, "Whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law." These pale-faced oppressors and these heathens, they don't understand. They're breaking the laws of God left and right with how they mistreat us, with how they mishandle us alone, let alone that egregious stuff that they do on their own time outside of what they do to us. You know what I'm saying? So the time is going to eventually come where, the Most High is going to be ready to start sending out receipts. You know what I'm saying? He gonna start cashing these debts in and start sending out receipts. You feel me?
Yeah, so we see that happening now. It's to the point where now they're basically eating themselves. I mean, Donald Trump is literally on Fox News lying every day, and the lying, you could just see it. America's back. America's great again. Man, you got to see this tariff war that's getting ready to happen, sir. China just said that they want all the smoke with America, man.
Did you look at any of this clips, the reels and stuff I put out? Do you know did you know one of those clips I put out? It showed the technological advances that China has gained from Donald Trump being in office. They have stealth technology planes that's greater than what we got. They coming up with a new technological dam that's far more advanced than what we're doing. Like as far as like that dam is going to be able to provide hydro powered energy. You get what I'm saying? Like the technological advances that China is making right now is insane. They're about to come out with a 6G phone before us. You understand what I'm saying? Like they coming out with some stuff, Marvel. So they built you know how we have warships where we got not a submarine, but the warship, the one that holds the fighter jets on it. You know what I'm talking about?
Sir. It's like a like what is it called? It's like a craft. It's like a
It's a ship. It's a ship.
It's a ship. It's like a loading craft ship where it keeps the fighter jets and everything for the Navy or the Air Force.
Yeah,
China on top of it.
Yeah, China just created one that for that. But they built one for that ass. They got one, and it's serious.
And the fact that America was dependent on China, like the prices on everything. I mean, everybody. I guarantee you, people leave the next iPhone alone.
Well, I'll be honest with you. China owns TikTok. China owns Easy Pass. China owns
the iPhone.
China owns. They own quite a few things right now. I don't think it'd be wise to try to start a war with China. I don't think it'd be wise to bring smoke to China's doorstep when you're dumb behind been sitting here funding them and helping them and helping them build their technological advances in the first place. That seems backwards and counterproductive.
Yeah, and the only reason that they helped China out, because this is what it is. America been started helping China build. You remember back in the day, sir, right? When we always bring this out, how a man, all he had to do, he had one job, and he had about 2 ribs, and he was able to take care of her with that one job, a factory job. Well, the pale-faced oppressor sent all those jobs to China. He
Yeah.
started sending them damn jobs to China from the 80s, from the late 70s, 80s, and through the 90s. He started sending all those factory jobs to China, straight bankrupt the whole economy in the ghetto and funded it with all drugs. So before you know it, you used to be able to get fired one day and go get hired at a factory job again the next day. All those factory jobs is gone. The next generation coming up because they started pushing. You need to go to college and get an education. But brothers wasn't even getting high school diplomas because before they was getting those factory jobs without diplomas. You
And
didn't even need a diploma to get the factory job.
here's the
You would
crazy
just go there and work hard.
If I may, here's the crazy thing, right? They talk about how we got so many, colleges, universities, and institutions, and how we're pumping out geniuses and things like that, right? As a country, we're 26th in math. We're in the top 30 percentile in economic growth. We're not even in the top 15. You get what I'm saying? Like we're I want to say out of let's say for example it's like 50 countries, right? Out of the 50 countries, we're like dead in the middle. We're like a 500 sports team. Like they got 30 wins but 30 losses. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
We're like teetering right in the middle and stuff like that. See, Japan has the advantage with math and science because they don't take summer breaks. There's no such thing as summer vacation. There's no such thing as kids being off for Easter holidays because they don't celebrate none of that stuff over there. You understand what I'm saying? They have holidays, but they have their own customs and pagan holidays to follow. They don't follow what we follow over here in the world. You get what I'm saying? So their kids is in school more than they're home, and our kids is home more than they're in school. Think about it. They go to class. They go to school by like 8:30. They take lunch between 11 and 1:30, and then they're out by 2:45. Where is the education going? Seniors is not even bringing book bags to school no more. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm seeing it every day. Like seniors don't even carry book bags to school anymore. And I'm like, when did they start doing that? Like where the books at? And then it's like the younger ones, they got book bags, but them book bags don't look heavy at all.
Well, that's a lock it, sir. These last 4 years that Biden been in office, and like ever since COVID, education has been a complete absolute joke. It was this young sister in high school, right? And her boyfriend did some BS, broke some law. Today is the law class, right?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all better stop breaking these goddamn laws too, man. Esau gonna find something for you. Man, you better you better keep the laws of the Most High God.
Damn right.
But this brother here broke a law. So the Edomite cops was questioning the high school sister, and she said, "Well, where did your boyfriend go?" And she said, "Well, my boyfriend he's overseas in Connecticut."
Hold on, wait. Say it again.
Serious. She said just like this. She's dead serious. She was like, "I don't know. My boyfriend, he left and he said he was going overseas to Connecticut." These devils, everybody on the internet started hollering.
But
this is the education system.
"26 in math, 32nd in English. I think 28th in social sciences. I think they said 29th in science itself. And then we're like 18th in business, economics. Yo.
They've been teaching They
You
were
can wipe,
teaching.
you can wipe your hiney with today's education out here today. I promise you. And they just telling these kids whatever. They ain't even trying to teach these kids no more nothing. Like we learned stuff and we crammed. We crammed and we crammed and we crammed again. And all this was just for grammar school and high school. You understand? We had classes, like real classes.
Right.
Like
we
we
knew.
didn't see outside. We seen outside on the way to school. We seen outside after school. We had classes.
And what's heavy about this is we knew damn well that Connecticut wasn't overseas. So we knew our state. We knew that Connecticut was on I-95 North. Soon as you get out of New York.
He said, "Where's your boyfriend?" I don't know. I think he said he told me he was going to go overseas to Connecticut.
Like, good night.
That's a new one. I'm gonna start using that one. Yeah, where you about to go? I'm out of here. I'm about to go overseas to Connecticut, man. I'm out of this place.
Yeah, that's what happens.
I'm shipping myself out of seas. I'm going to Boston, man. I'm out of here, man.
Man, so the problem is, right? They've been teaching everybody LGBTQ, GABCs, alphabets, and all this nonsense the last 5 years. This is what they've been teaching them.
Yeah, they want to teach identification, what you identify as. I identify with what I was born with. I'm a man, damn it. Yeah. There's no way else to put it.
That's been their education. It's so bad that one of their allied countries, they pulled $1 billion and sent it over there to teach them the fun LGBTQ curriculum all throughout their education system too. So you're not getting taught no education. You getting taught that if you feel like being a woman, you could be a woman. And if you're a woman and you want to be a man, you can be a man. It's disgusting. These bastards, they don't follow the laws of God at all. You know what I mean? The Most High God never said that you can change your gender. You know what I mean? It's
I don't even know where they got that from.
Good.
I don't even know where they got that from.
Oh man, like,
and this is why it's heavy, more so because they sit there and want to try to play us and clown us because we want to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, and we want to teach the law, statutes, and commandments to our people, but yet they want to try to keep us asleep. They want to try to keep us unknowing. They want to try to keep us in the dark. They want to keep us dumb. You understand? Like they really don't want nobody to know the truth. And it's out here.
It's 100% out there. Hey, sir, you got that scripture, if a man layeth with mankind?
I got you. Give me 1 second. Yo,
Yeah,
I got videos right now, but some of these is getting pulled down. I don't understand.
They get pulled down because they get flagged. They get flagged right before we get sent to expose it.
Yeah, some of them getting flagged right now, man. Hold on.
And I mean that's one thing when we get these videos, Israel, we're going to try to push them out faster so we can show you what these pale-faced oppressors are doing to us. And I mean, so we can show you the destruction that what they're doing to us, how they're trying to destroy us left and right, spiritually, through education. Violently, and they're violently trying to destroy us. Economically, they're trying to destroy us. They're trying to destroy us every which way possible. Every which way possible. They never was supposed to be educating us in the first place. Because of Martin Luther King with integration. That's the reason why we got some pale face teaching our children ABCs. We was never supposed to be in the same schools with them. We would have been learning education. We got a sister that thinks Connecticut is overseas because the oppressor wants to teach in the school system today that a boy can be a girl and a girl can be a boy. What's going on?
Now, this is the one of the two things that I did actually agree with Trump on. He said, if your Born a boy, you're a boy. If you're born a girl, you're a girl. If I find out or catch wind that any of you teachers at any of these schools in this country is teaching anything outside of that, you're gonna face dire consequences.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I agree 100% with that too. Right? But
He's not with any of that. He not with any of that gay BC stuff. He not with any of that. See, one thing we got to understand about our enemy, which is he's our adversary. You understand? We have to understand that devil, meaning adversary, he doesn't hide who and what he is, and we have to stop being delusional, trying to assume that he's something other than what he's showing us. If somebody shows you who they are, believe them. He's showing us exactly who the hell he is, so we need to believe what we see it. You know, and the crazy thing is we try not to because there's been a lot of false teachers, false prophets, and things among us, wolves in sheep's clothing. So it's kind of hard to accept something at face value. But in this situation, when it comes to this oppressor, seeing is believing, and he shows it without hiding and saying he said it in plain sight. He said, "Shout out to my computer guy, this, that, and the third." The way he handled these votes, man, it was a landslide. He said it openly at a rally, at a Trump rally. Basically, he rigged the election, and I'm convicted of 34 felonies, and not did a day in jail, and y'all ain't gonna do nothing about it. And I'm your president again.
That's another thing, right?
But he did do one good thing since he became a felon. He passed the law for felons to be able to get state and federal jobs, even though they have a felony on their record. He did do that.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, he did do that. Because he's a felon. He's the president of the United States.
Yeah, a felon that got control of nuclear bombs. Isn't that something?
Yeah, you got a button, I got a button, but my button is bigger than yours. This guy.
This place is a habitation of devils, man. A habitation of lawbreakers and devils. And one thing about Republicans, they LGBTQ too. It's just that they like to hide that side. Man, Elon Musk got whole transgender sons and daughters, man. You know what I mean? I remember General Hyman pulled the clips out on them. You know, they're just not gonna push that on the front line. They come from the Romans and the Greeks, man. They funny. They just know that you cannot win an empire. You cannot put the Romans and Greeks were all LGBTQ members, but they never pushed that and put that on the front line. You had to dig in their history to find out that wedding ring really means getting on one knee to your male lover whose rod you're sucking and letting everyone know that he belongs to me. You know, you got to dig deep into the history and to understand that they were all full-fledged sodomites and lawbreakers of the laws of God.
What you're saying is so heavy because you're gonna have me research that and bring that out and put it on boots on the ground for these so-called sisters and stuff like that.
Yeah, sir. But they like to hide it. Let me tell you something. If you push the narrative that you're going to war and you're LGBTQ members, you're gonna get slaughtered, right? You gotta put on I'm a masculine man. You gotta fake and at least act masculine. Why the hell you think they're trying to pull all the LGBTQs out of the military right now? That Navy SEAL that Trump hired, no, I think he's a Marine. He used to work on Fox News. He hired him right now to take over the military, to beef the military back up. Because if you're going against China, North Korea, Russia, Iran, you know what I mean? You got to act like you have some masculine men going to war. You going over there with somebody bending their wrist, talking about some, you're bending your wrist and you're licking and bending down to another man. That was stuff the Romans and the Greeks used to hide. They used to hide and that was their whole purpose to get a woman. They would get a woman and they would use her for procreation and put on the front like, this is my beautiful wife. We got a ring on. right? Before you know it, they somewhere staying somewhere with they butt buddies at the barracks, getting it in, or they at the goddamn Bohemian Grove running around naked some goddamn where in a fraternity.
Right.
That's what they do, but they don't put that on the front line. Democrats want to put it on the front line and say, let us just admit who we are. Republicans like, hell no, keep that in the dark. We're going to act like we masculine. But homosexuality, that's been
So
taking place in all of them.
You want to bring out alphabet issues. So Diddy brought out, I think there's another lawsuit out on Diddy, and he dropped his list. I don't know if you've seen that.
Oh yeah, Diddy.
And that list is extensive, brother.
Man,
all the people you know that's on that list, and the ones you didn't expect to be on that list, but you kind of had a suspicion that they were on the list. You get what I'm saying?
And that's the problem, right? Those people that's on that list, a lot of them want to hide. They like it's this. A lot of them rappers that he got on that list, they coming out there. They like, yeah, I'm hardcore. I'm hardcore. Before you know it, they got a rod in it. They're a lawbreaker. They break
they turn their voice.
They break the laws of God. They break the laws of God. They got rods in their mouth, and behind closed doors, every rapper that you think is hardcore and everything, behind closed doors, he gets on his knees. I think that's happening with fake Israelites too. Am I mistaken? You know, it's a new case.
That's just like that content I put out yesterday with that pastor talking about he had the Holy Spirit in his semen. He's telling you get on your knees and perform and receive this holy milk.
All lawbreakers, man. Today's the law class. The Lord said that it is against his laws to be an LGBTQ member. No. I mean, sir, did you ever get that scripture out? I want to pull that real quick.
I've been trying to bring it out for the last 5 minutes.
Oh, please.
It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 13. If a man also lie with mankind as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination.
Slow down, sir. If a man also lie with mankind as he has lieth with a woman, continue.
Both of them have committed an abomination.
Both of them have committed abomination. Continue.
And that goes for girl on girl, all that goofy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They shall surely be put to death.
No, they shall surely live.
They shall surely be put to death.
They shall surely be put to death. What's the name of this book, chapter, and verse, sir? So our brothers and sisters, you get it?
To the book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 13.
It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 20 and verse 13. It's in your Bible that's collecting dust all in the house that you go past. You always go look at a Michelle Obama's book. You always go look at a hood book about a fake kingpin that made it somewhere. You always go look at something that fake entertains you, but you don't go look at the Bible where the law clearly states that you cannot be a LGBTQ member, and before everyone in your family is QT members, whatever you want to call these bastards, right? They've all been touching on boys. They've all been sexual deviants, and it goes past your family.
Let's just call them the alphabet
community. The alphabet community. You're finding them everywhere.
They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them.
And their blood shall be upon them. That's AIDS, man. That's the AIDS virus. This is a blood disease. It's a blood transfusion and monkeypox. So blood transfusion.
I told you the Lord transformed into a DJ on us. He started scratching and remixing these plagues and diseases on them.
All right,
you want to be alphabet people. Oh, y'all want to take my rainbow? I got some remix.
So Trump can talk all he want about. Oh yeah, I mean, if anyone gets caught teaching this gender, man, that's cap. He's doing that only to make face because he can't go to war with his enemies like that, right? He can't go to war. But Trump was on Epstein's island too. He was on Epstein's island too. So let's not stop. Let's not pretend that you're not an alphabet mafia as well. You just don't put it out there like the rest of them.
I looked and examined very carefully Diddy's list. Let's just say the list is.
You got names? Let's put them out there.
Oh yes, we have. I do you want better. I do you want better.
Let's look at who we got on there for the alphabet, who are lawbreakers of God.
I got you.
Now we just read y'all Leviticus 20 and 13 about laying with the wrong, laying with another man, laying with another woman, woman on woman, man on man is an abomination.
Jaw-dropping lawsuit filed against Sean Diddy Combs. This time, a wild accusation on the front page of this lawsuit, front and center, referencing Tupac, his murder, and an alleged threat to stay quiet. We're on the case, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Chris Stewart. This new lawsuit is just 7 pages long, but it details accusations that are graphic of rape, sexual assaults, and threats allegedly made by Combs in 2012.
That's just one part. Now the list goes is extensive, more so. The list got Kim Kardashian, Kanye, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Big Sean, Cassie, Mary J. Blige, LL Cool J, Busta Rhymes, Pharrell, Justin Timberlake, what's her name? Taylor Swift.
All Hollywood.
It gets regal. It gets regal. He got princesses and princes and.
So that's the molestation right there. That's the young boys and girls.
J-Lo, TD Jakes.
Oh boy, TD Jakes. You Negroes knew y'all love y'all TD Jakes.
If I'm not mistaken, Kurt Franklin. I think he been there too.
Kurt Franklin, we know about him.
I'm be honest with you, more so. That list is about almost 10 pages long.
10 pages long. And
Mark Wahlberg. Random names is just popping up to me now because I kept freezing and pausing and reading all the names on each page, like
Salakia, sir, get that. Can I have a scripture, Bible Kashaw? In Revelations, the place that is spiritually called Sodom. You know what I mean? Because this is a shame, right? Everybody that you look up to seems like to be a what do Beavis and Butthead call it, a butt muncher, or whatever the case may be. Everybody that you look up to, and now it gets worse because now you're following these fake Israelites, and they're turning out to be butt munchers as well. You thought you dodged them with the Christian church. You thought you dodged them from the Muslim mosque. Now you're fake Israelite. You got two ranking fake Israelites and everything who was in the same group, who were both the leaders. Both the leaders are charged with sexual deviancies, and they kicking each other back in. One threw one under the bus. He confessed, and then he turned around and said, "Well, what about the other one during the High Holy Day? He went to go visit his LGBTQ friend on a High Holy Day."
Revelations chapter 11, verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city.
And their what? Their dead bodies shall what?
Shall lie in the street of the great city.
And in this kingdom, right, you're going to see a lot of dead bodies lay in the damn streets. I'm quite sure you're getting funerals. You're getting calls from funerals and people in your family dying every day. So many damn people in my family dying every day. I didn't even know they was dead. You know what I mean? Well, it's going to get worse, right? Soon you're going to start seeing goddamn dead bodies lay in these cities. Continue, my Lord.
which spiritually is called Sodom in Egypt.
Which is spiritually called Sodom. It's spiritually called Sodom because Officer Ayash just gave us a Diddy list that's 10 pages long. And on the goddamn Diddy list that's 10 pages long is all the heroes you looked up to your whole goddamn life. Your ball players, your entertainers, your actors, your musicians, your spiritual worship leaders, your politicians.
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart, your comedians.
Kevin Hart, Cat Williams, LeBron
Good.
James, you name it, they've been there.
Everybody. Let's not forget about your own. Let's not forget about your drunk uncle. Let's not forget about your drunk uncles, your brothers, the ones in Big Mama's house that was that didn't filled all the cousins up. That's why they have anger problems and they want to fight and shoot everybody all the time. You know what I mean? Like that night in front of your house when that brother was extremely angry at me because I told him he was touched on because he came out and he wanted to unalive young man E. I'm like, brother, you calm down, brother. You was
and I tell you, gotta be mindful of doing stuff like that. People are tender, moist, and sensitive, but they'll shoot you.
Yeah, calm. Because I told him that. He was like, how you know that? I said, brother, you violent. You violent for no reason. You don't even know the brother. You know what I mean? But yes, this is the place called spiritually Sodom in Egypt. In Egypt, you know how big the LGBTQ community was in Egypt? They have unks around their necks which is a rod and balls around their neck. Look up all the homosexuality that took place in Egypt. You will look at it with disgust. And these dumb Negroes look up to Egypt.
If you want to look it up, all you gotta do is watch the movie 300.
Oh boy.
When they show Sparta and when they show Persia, because you gotta remember, Africa was once called Persia.
Oh, Africa was a part of Persia as well, too?
Africa was Persia. If you go in the history book, if you look up the old historical atlas and you look up what the continents and the countries was called back in those days, Africa was originally called Persia.
Okay. No sweat.
So when you say Persia, you're talking about Africa, Palestine, like going up towards the going up from like mid to up northern Africa, going up all the way up into the northern kingdom. Like that was all considered like Persia. You get what I'm saying? Like think about where they got the concept for Assassin's Creed.
Oh,
Prince
yeah,
Prince of Persia and stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? But
yeah,
in those, they are depicted by East Indians.
Yeah, the East Indians, like Palestinian, Pakistani looking type Elamites. They're Elamites.
Right. The tribe of Elam. Right.
Tribe
So
of Elam.
when you start really going through history, you start seeing stuff like that. But in the movie 300, there's a scene where the mofo with the hunchback and the one big eye and the one little eye, he betrayed Leonidas and them and ran with Xerxes. And when you see it, he's surrounded in Xerxes' little love nest. You got women on women. You got people with all types of deformities and stuff like that, all making out with each other and stuff like that. And he basically crossed Leonidas, and he told them the one thing that caused their defeat. He told Xerxes about the little shortcut. If he would have never told him about the shortcut, they would have took Xerxes out with just 300 men. No matter how many ships he came with, as long as they knew about that little cut spot, that little shortcut, they had them beat. But once they got trapped in the shortcut, it was over. But then you also look at the heathenistic customs in Rome too.
Oh my God!
Because everything is not all straight and narrow with them. You could look at how they handle being around one another in war. If you look at the movie Troy, you understand. If you look at Gladiator, it's hidden gems inside there that could teach you about it, because they put it in plain sight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a movie buff. Like, I watch stuff like that. You'll catch certain stuff in movies like, did I just see that? Like, you wouldn't expect, because it's something you wouldn't expect. At first you overlook it, but then, you know, us being in the truth, you run that back like, hold up. Like, what the hell? I'm telling you.
Bro. That it's something called Roman pagans or pagans or whatever the case may be.
Paganism.
All right, they was known for a lot of, let me see, they was known for a lot of pedophilia. Now, I mean, when you look at like a lot of them, they had little boys run their errands for them. I mean, you look at Caligula. Caligula was a ancient emperor in Rome, and Caligula had little boys, little girls, and animals in his bed. Like, they said that Caligula movie was rated X. It wasn't rated R. It was rated X.
for extreme content.
For the disgusting filth that was in that movie.
Right.
But these are the oppressors people. These are the heathens, not even just the oppressor, but the oppressor and the you know what I mean, them Hamites, right?
Yeah.
They are big on it, and the Ishmaelites.
And this is how they come. This is how they could this is that again. That's part of their culture. Sodom is part of Greek, Roman, African, and
Arab culture as well,
and Islamic culture.
With
All that's part of their culture. The only thing that I do agree with is how their sisters be covered up, and they 10 toes down on that. I respect that. Other than that, even Commander General YAHANNA said that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, with 10 toes down on what, sir?
How the sisters in Islamic culture stay covered up. You can't even, some cases you can't even see their eyes. They even cover their eyes. They look like little Saudi ninjas. It's all right. We crack on them, but them sisters covered up. Now, some of them, you could tell they got stuff going on up under there. You could tell.
Yeah. You know, yeah. I mean, but
some of them you could tell they got stuff going. You could tell what's going on up under there. You ain't got to show it. It's all right. I can see it. I know.
Yeah, but no, I mean, so it is very disgusting, right? When you get, the Christians saying that the Lord loves everybody, when we just brought out how all the heathens clearly have laws that contradicts the love of God. You know what I mean? That rainbow, that all them rainbow customs that they follow goes against the law of God. Eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster goes against the laws of God.
And also, us laying with other nations outside of the 12, like King Solomon. You understand? And right. and again, it's not that there's not beautiful women that's part of those other nations. It's just that it's unlawful for us to just lie with them. Not saying there's not beautiful women out of those nations. They are. Some of them are quite beautiful, but they're just not for us. It's just that simple. They're not for us. We're not to touch y'all. It's a biblical thing. Nothing personal. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're great. It's not you, it's me. It's not you, it's me. You get what I'm saying? Like, we have to understand that by laying with the heathen, we could potentially allow them to pull us away from the law, statutes, and commandments, or pull us away from the Most High. Like, look at how when we was bringing out about Young Jeezy and Genie Ma.
That's the main one I was going. That's where I was going.
A relationship, because they started pouring more and more of their customs onto him.
Mhm.
And he's getting tied up because he don't even know about his own damn customs. And he's sitting there, and he's being cordial, he's compromising with you, but now you getting out of hand. You got him dressing up like your mama.
Yeah,
You know,
dressed up like a bald-headed fortune cookie.
yeah, like you wildin'. Like, trust me, it ain't that good. It's not that. You know what I'm saying? And she's all domesticated and modernized anyway. I don't even know how he got caught slipping with those customs because she looked like she on some hood stuff anyway.
Right.
Who taught her about child support?
Yeah. Oh yeah. What told her about that is this land called America. You know what I mean? The land that is Sodom, spiritually Egypt.
Oh, you mean land of the free, home of the brave?
Yeah. When they talking about home of the free, that means you don't have to obey no laws of the Most High God. You just have to.
You mean home of the oppressed, home of the slave.
Home of the oppressed, home of the slave. Now, I mean, and the reason why they have to keep the children of God enslaved is because they want to be lawless bastards. That's
Nah,
the
their
whole
kingdom
point.
falls if they don't.
Huh?
You ain't know? If they don't do that, their kingdom falls faster.
Yeah, their kingdom falls, and they can't keep no laws of God. You imagine telling the damn Becky she got to cover herself up and not walk around naked like an animal. She would have lost her mind. They'll lose their mind. This is what they call having a freedom, being able to be disgusting.
But see, if I may, this is why the laws apply to us and not them. As long as we're following the laws, we don't have to worry about what they do. They're going to do what they do regardless, with or without our laws, because they don't follow them. If we go to the book of James, chapter 2, verse 10, it says, "For whosoever shall keep the whole law and yet offend in one point, he is guilty of all." If you bite one shrimp, one piece of pork chop, if you sit there and start beginning sexual acts with Becky, if you even let it touch the tip, you get what I'm saying? Like, you guilty of everything.
Right.
So the whole gist of that precept is to not even put yourself in that position. Stay focused on. It's like what Kashak said in the chat earlier when it said, "Keep your eyes dead locked on the Most High." You get what I'm saying? Keep your eyes on the Most High. Stay focused on the Lord, statutes, and commandments, or we'll end up like the sleepwalking in the Walking Dead.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, yeah, we'll definitely end up like the sleepwalking in the Walking Dead because, and then you got to understand, right? The sleepwalking and the Walking Dead, they love to put smoke in their mouth. Now, I mean, like you got to think about it, right? You smoking Black Miles and you smoking weed, right?
They
But
like
you
to
won't
lie and blow a lot of smoke too with their lies.
now. Why would you try to run out of a fire? Wow, if your house was on fire, why won't you stay there and just inhale the smoke? They're gonna be like, well, why would you stay in a burning house? That's stupid. That's retarded. All right, well, when you're smoking weed and Black Miles, you're taking in smoke inhalation.
Same thing. Yeah.
Same thing.
And it could damage your lungs because you keep taking smoke. That's what the coffin is for. You thinking the coffin's a good choke. No, you're damaging your lungs because you ain't supposed to be putting smoke in it, dummy.
Yeah, it ain't that you're burning to death. The smoke inhalation is killing you. It's destroying your lungs. So you smoking about 3 packs of Newports a day. So you spending all your money. You're smoking 3 packs of Newports a day. Then you're smoking a pack of Miles on top of it, and you need your blood. I mean, you just gotta stay smoking and high all day long because this oppressor has beat you down into a box of Fruity Pebbles.
Let them tell it. That smoke that they choking on. Oh, that's just because it's that gas. That's that Zaza. That's
gas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
High octane.
Sir, you had that scripture. A man dig up evil in his mouth is a flame of fire. A lot of people think they think of smoke. You know what I mean? They say, well, weed comes from the earth. which smoking is a heathen custom. It's an East Indian custom. It's a Roman and Greek custom. They was doing that back then. I think we did a big class on these Romans and Greeks doing drugs a couple of months ago, back in like September. We did a big class on them and them opioids and how they was dealing with that heroin.
You're right. We did.
That was one of my best classes. We ran it down on that.
Don't worry, we're gonna bring them back too.
Yeah, you got that scripture, my Lord?
The book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 27. An ungodly man diggeth up evil.
An ungodly man diggeth up evil, meaning he's always digging up evil. You depressed
that weed out the ground.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You always digging up evil. The reason why you depressed is because you're always involved in something evil. Right? You didn't went and you didn't slept with that whore, and then you found out she's with another man, but you been knew she was a whore. So now you're stressing. She's getting ready to leave you and go with this other man, or you found out that your children was not yours because you was going back and forth laying with that whore. You stressed and depressed now. This is happening all over Facebook. You done found out your kids don't belong to you. So now you done digged up all that evil, and now you're depressed. You need something to do. You need something. Go ahead, my Lord.
And in his lips there is as a burning fire.
And in his lips is a burning fire. You done found out that your children isn't yours. The first thing you're gonna do, if you can't strangle that woman right now, is you're gonna go on the porch, you're gonna light up a cigarette, and the first thing you gotta smoke, because you gotta calm yourself down. Every evil act you do that comes right back to get you, like the Bible say, you reap what you sow. So every evil thing that you reap and now it's sowing back to you, you going on that porch lighting a blunt, you going on that porch lighting a cigarette, because now it's hit you. Now you need to calm down, because you can't face all the evil that's getting ready to come at you. Everyone that smokes cigarettes and that smokes weed are evil people, because they do evil, and when the evil comes back amongst them, they need to now calm down. That's the whole point of it. That's how you know it. The only reason why you're smoking ain't just because you're depressed and you're in the ghetto and you're poor and this white man has his knee on your neck. That's part of the reason. The other reason is you're also evil as well. And you can't handle the consequences for your actions.
Now, it's not just the fact that some of them are evil. A lot of them a large percentage of them are lost, and they're lost in their ways. They don't know, and they don't know how to face their trauma. They don't know how to face those demons. They don't know how to face those troubles that they're in. So they run to the smoke. You get what I'm saying? They try to cloud their mind and their judgment, because they're not sure how to deal with their problems or face them yet. So they cloud their mind with the smoke. You get what I'm saying?
They running from their problems.
Right. And so they run to that blunt, they run to that cig, they run to that vape, they run to that the cloud their mind for that moment. You get what I'm saying? And they mind, they clearing their thoughts. No, you're running from you're
running from the problems.
You're running from the problem. Rather than dwell on the problem or dwell on the solution, you're just totally running from it. Abandoning the issue. But it's going to be right there when all the smoke clear. That's why they got to constantly stay in a fog.
Smoking.
Like I was destroyed to the point I constantly stayed in the fog because I didn't want to face reality, and I didn't want to face what was right in front of me at all times, and I didn't want to deal with it. So I ran from it, and I smoked. You understand? Right. I stayed in a comatose, in a vegetative state, because there it was safe. It was cozy there. I didn't have to think about the problem. The problem is there. I know the problem there, but I could care less about the problem right now. I'm high.
And that's the whole point. So basically, sir, the whole point of clearing your mind is basically not acknowledging the problem, getting high and running away from the problem.
Right.
That's how you clear your mind. You're running.
Right.
For it to be right there.
Just like some people, they'll pop pills.
Right.
You know, they'll pop pills to escape the pain or to escape the trauma, the pain of the trauma. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Going through that broken home, going through those issues. Mama getting hard, daddy got unalive, you know what I'm saying? You constantly getting beat on in the household, you getting bullied outside of school, you ain't got nowhere to go, so you go raid that medicine cabinet. Now you taking mama's prescription pills. You get what I'm saying?
And they getting higher, younger and younger and younger. And your 10-year-olds getting high. Like what the hell is you like 10?
I'm seeing kids in grammar school smoking.
Sheesh, weesh. Sir, it was a I don't know if you've seen this article earlier, sir, but it was a these two young brothers, 23 and 20, they unalived a brother and his daughter at a car wash down in Texas. I'm not sure if the article, this case file came across your desk yet, but this was some very evil, unlawful garbage of how these two brothers, these two monsters, man, these brothers out of their damn mind, right?
Is that what you put in what's that I was looking through?
Salaki, sir. Salaki, 1 second, sir. I got it. Yeah, that's in your WhatsApp, sir.
With the two faces,
with the tattoo. Yeah, with the face tattoo.
What they do again? What they do again?
Those two brothers, right? They unalived the brother and his daughter, right? I'm guessing they must have claimed they was beefing with this brother or something from before. But when they caught him, he had his little 2-3-year-old daughter with him. Whole Israel is talking about this. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are really fed up with this one.
Yeah, but something like that. I brought something like that out 2 years ago. Dude in Chicago was beefing with this other cat. Cat caught him lacking. He walking with his daughter. He told him like, "Yo, I'm not letting you go. I'm about to kill you." His brother was like, "All right, can I at least say something to my child? Can I at least hug my child before you do this?" So he sat there. He started having a conversation with his daughter. Like she hadn't been no more than 7 years old, maybe 8. And he's sitting there having a conversation with her and telling her everything he's supposed to be telling her over time. But he got to speed up the process because he's about to get unalived. He's not going to kill the child. He just wants him. And for whatever they was beefing about, he wasn't letting it go. He wasn't letting it slide. He wasn't going to catch him at any other time. This was happening. He's like, this is happening. You know what I'm saying? So he sat there. He had the conversation with his daughter. And after that, he shot him right in the back of the head.
Good night.
And just left the little girl there. I brought that out like a year or two ago. I must see if I can find that. Because I was covering a lot of crime in Chicago at that time.
Well, these brothers here unalived that brother and the little 3-year-old girl. They hit them both with bullets.
That's crazy.
So now we can see that times is getting. Now I mean, you brothers that's out there being unlawful, breaking. Hey, sir, give me the Can you please, Bible Kushar, give me the scripture? Don't follow those that do a multitude of evil, right? Because that's what happened with this situation right here. You know what I mean? These brothers is all caught up. That brother too, who got his daughter unalived and himself at the same time. You're joining these gangs. You're following people. You're doing multitudes of evil. Bad enough, you know what I mean? That is crimes to the Most High when blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are unaliving each other, man. Those are death penalty offenses. You know what I mean? To the Most High God. So you're going to reap what you sow with that. And it's very sad that it has to happen with a child, with children involved right now. Everyone getting emotional because it's these children. But also we got to remember what Christ said. Woe to those, that's another scripture. Woe to those that are with child in that day, in the last days. You got that, my Lord?
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 23, verse 2. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil.
Salakia, thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil. When you join in these gangs, right? These gangs are running around, unaliving brothers and sisters, robbing brothers and sisters, sexually assaulting brothers and sisters. You know what I mean? They are all doing evil. So it's against the work of the Lord. It's against the laws of God to follow a multitude to do evil. We got gang banging from the oppressor. That's what the Italians do. That's what the Jewish man does, right? That's what the Dutch does. That's what the Russians do. That's what all the European nations do. That's how they get rich. You got to remember, Esau is gifted with the sword. He's gifted with the sword. So he lines up gangs. They grab their swords, their weapons, and they take nations that way. That's not what blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are supposed to be doing. We cannot follow a multitude to do evil, because if you do, your 3-year-old daughter end up getting caught in the crossfire, shot in the face right along beside you.
Right.
It's crazy. It makes no sense. This is the law class. Officer Ayash's law class, right? And if you black, Hispanic, and Native American, you need to tune in to my Adawan Officer Ayash's law classes to figure out what you have to do to stay alive on this planet. What you have to do to get in good with the Most High God and Christ on this planet to save your daughter's life.
And look, this, and it says in the headline in my title, it says break the law, pay the price. Now, this just doesn't mean the laws of the land of the white man. It means the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord too.
Right.
Honestly, it goes hand in hand, because
right.
if you keep the law, statutes, and commandments, the Lord will protect you in the land of the white man. You might not be able to dodge every little thing, but He's not going to put you through more than you could bear. You get what I'm saying? You'll have the mercy and protection of the Lord. You'll have the full service of the Lord as long as you keep in His law, statutes, and commandments. If not, then you're going to be subjected to lawless America, where anything can happen to you at any given time, any moment.
Yeah, because you know what we say, sir, the Lord don't put you do anything you can't handle. I promise you, you can't handle watching your 3-year-old child get unalive right in front of your face. That happens because, now I mean, you are a part of this world. You are breaking the laws of God. So you're getting destroyed and crushed like that. One thing about it, we say when you in the truth, right? We have brothers and sisters pass away. We don't pass away like that. And we pass away with doing the work of the Lord. So when the Lord send us back on this planet, we'll be up top. We'll be ruling. We'll have crowns, Lord allow it. We'll be at a higher state. But He don't send us out like that. To be unalive and your daughters being shot down right in front of your eyes as you're unalive from bullets, that is horrible. That is more than what you can bear, because you're a sinner.
Now let's go from, I'm reading from the top. It's Book of Exodus, chapter 23, verse 2. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to wrest judgment. Meaning, don't follow evil. Because what's that other precept where it said, the wicked go flee where no man pursueth?
The wicked flee where no man pursues, but the righteous is bold as a lion. Right. Sir.
When we follow that multitude, we're running to our the wicked run towards evil. You get what I'm saying? Right. That's another precept too. The wicked run towards evil. When we're following behind the multitude, we're running towards the evil like idiots. And we shouldn't speak the evil neither, because again, your mouth, your tongue is a double-edged sword. It can either help or harm. That's why the scriptures say, learn how to bridle your tongue, because you could say something unlawful. You could offend a brother, which is unlawful. You understand? You can use your mouth and break laws. Your mouth could break laws before your actions will. That's why it pays to be mindful of what you say and how you say it to people. You know, we have to learn to be more mindful with talking to folks. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, yeah. Like you'll get these fake Israelites out here, and they want to show so bad that they can be as masculine as the UPK and and check somebody the way we can. We're seasoned on how we check someone. So when we come at you harshly with our words, it's out of love. It's not even harshly. It's the truth cutting you. A lot of people just run their mouths and say whatever. It don't be true. It be blasphemous, and you're saying the wrong thing, trying to build yourself up like you're bigger than somebody else, and you're talking slick. Someone's gonna break your face.
Well, the scriptures say, "For I may be rude in speech, I'm wise in
knowledge."
knowledge." Right.
And the brothers that's doing it, that's talking crazy, they're not wise in knowledge. They're just running their mouth off emotions like a female. It's a big difference between us checking somebody and the ones in the world.
You got a point, you know, but this is why we teach what we teach, because we need to let people know that there is a difference, and you must know how to learn to discern between the two.
Right, sir. Damn right.
We as Black Hispanic Native Indians, we have to know the law, statutes, and commandments, because if we know the law, statutes, and commandments, then we can follow them. If we can follow them, we can keep them. If we keep them, we could worry less about white man's law. Still follow and comply, as Commander General YAHANNA said, but we're not so caught up with trying to please them and follow behind them and keep up with their vain customs and they pagan holidays, though. You get what I'm saying? We're not going to get caught too much up in the matrix, so to speak. So we have to learn these law, statutes, and commandments so we can follow them. And once we follow them, we're making leaps towards pleasing the Most High to have Him protect us in this crazy world we in.
Yeah, because the thing about it is, if we ain't following the laws of the Most High God, we're learning the ways of the heathen, right? And you know the scriptures say, "Learn not the way of the heathen."
Right, because if we're not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, we're keeping the laws of the heathens, and that's already a strike against us. It's bad enough we got to be Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian in this land, and all the laws that's of this land is against us and designed not to help us, but to keep us down. And it makes it worse because we don't know the law, statutes, and commandments that was made for us, by us, about us.
Right.
So it's like a double-edged sword, you know. But again, we gotta learn these law, statutes, and commandments and learn who we are. If we go to Isaiah chapter 33, verse 22, it says, "For the Lord is our judge." You know what I'm saying? The Lord is our judge during execution. As long as we keep in the law, statutes, and commandments, we'll be judged righteously.
Right.
Then instead of him looking at us like basically like, what the F you did now? All right, I gotta, you know what I'm saying? He's looking at us like, okay, you did this, you did that, okay. All right. You know what I mean? You basically get a fair shake. And it says the Lord is our lawgiver. He gives the law, statutes, and commandments for us to follow. You understand? All the way down to what we're supposed to eat and how we're supposed to eat it. And it says the Lord is our king and he will save us. But he will only save us on the conditions that we keep his laws, statutes, and commandments. That's just how it goes. We can't sit here, say we love God, but still sit here getting high, rolling up, this, that, and third, and expect the Lord to hear our cries, hear our prayers when times get hard. Even being in this truth, being a priest, when times is hard, we still praise the Lord even harder, like the water. You know?
Yeah, you know.
It's hard. It's not easy though, Marshall. It's hard, but we have to. Because we can't just praise him when everything is good. We have to praise him when everything is down the toilet too, because he's the one that could flip that switch and flip that on its ear and change it and make it better again. You know, people think that believing in Caesar Borgia is going to save him. No, you gotta keep praying to Pretty Boy George or whatever you want to call him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all be all right.
Caesar Borgia was a lustful bastard, and that's why our people praise the Caesar Borgia. Caesar Borgia wanted to have intercourse with his sister. That's how bad his flesh was calling him. So what he did was he unalived her husband and had intercourse with his sister. Caesar Borgia also was an LGBTQ member.
Oh, so Caesar pulled a King David, huh?
Nah, he ain't pulling no King David. King David ain't want to lay with his sister. Caesar
No.
Borgia.
But what I'm saying is his actions. Like King David sent Uriah to his death to lay with his, to cover up laying with his rib.
Yeah, but Caesar Borgia had this man unalive for his sister that was had by his. You mean King David's son did something like that? One of King David's sons, assaulted his daughter and laid with his daughter. Caesar Borgia, though, he unalived. This is that.
We did a class about that. Remember? It was
about
your
King
class.
David?
It was your class. Or Caesar Borgia.
Oh yeah. The Caesar Borgia, yeah. Caesar Borgia,
and they couldn't prove that he did it.
He unalived. He was in the he was the first mafia man. But he unalived his sister because
he snuck, crept in his room, poked him up, and they couldn't prove he did it. Remember?
Yeah, he was putting mafia hits out back then, man. That's the white Jesus on your grandmother and that was on Good Times in your grandmother's living room, man. He he wanted to sleep with his sister, and he had a homosexual lover. Leonardo da Vinci was the one that painted his picture, the famous Italian painter. That was his lover. He painted a picture of him. So when during the Renaissance period, when the pale-face oppressors was getting ready to rule over the Moors and put the black people back in chains, they said, man, we ain't praying to no Christ that's black. We need somebody that they can pray to. They give us a man who unalived his sister's husband, and that is a stone cold LGBTQ member.
Right.
With stringy hair.
Don't worry, we're gonna have I already can tell we're gonna have a part 2 to this class. But time, make sure y'all pay y'all tithes. If you find that article about the dude in the 3-year-old getting unalived in Texas, send me that.
That article is disgusting.
I'm gonna drop that. I'm gonna cover the content that you put in the WhatsApp, but when you get a chance, check out the stuff I sent you because I know you're gonna make some content about that.
Oh yeah, I gotta look at it. You sent it directly to my page, right, sir?
Yeah, I did. So when you see it, check it out. When you see it, you're gonna be like, "Oh, I see why you sent this to me."
Yeah, I already know it's something wicked behind it. But see, this is another thing about Caesar Borgia. When you got Vladimir Putin, who's a stone cold Edomite out there in Russia, when he's telling you that image is fake, when he's pulling out the Russian icons and he's telling you, he told like last year, he said, "This is what Christ looked like." So everybody know damn well that Caesar Borgia picture ain't the Christ. That's the image of the beast.
God. Yeah, pay your tithes. The Lord's annual 56 Passover coming up around the corner. I'm about to clip this and drop that promo code so they could check it out because it's going to cover the screen if I do it. See? So I'm about to. So you already know. I'll be sending you the link tomorrow for a scripture breakdown. You know what I'm saying? And with that, shalom, Israel.
Shalom, sir. Shalom, Israel.